What's up, guys? It's me, Kat. Um, I've already started this video I don't know how many times, so hopefully this will be the one. Um, I wanted to be honest about why I haven't really been posting videos as much as I used to, because I used to upload almost every single day, if not several times a day. Then it went to maybe once a week to maybe once a month. And I'm sorry for that. I already posted a video once about my depression story. And it was really hard just doing that, talking about it and everything. Because it's all true. I've had a really shitty life, really crappy childhood. In fact, I didn't even have a childhood. I raised my siblings. I'm the one who put food on the table for them. I'm the one who got them up for school. You know, I was the parent. And that started when I was 6, going on until I was 15. Then I finally put a stop to it. I stood up for myself and said, look, I'm done. I'm a child. I should be having fun. I'm not doing it anymore. You need to grow up. And I stopped going to Illinois to visit my father after that, because that's where it all stemmed from, was making the trip up there to see my dad and then coming back to Arkansas. I was a changed person every time I came back. My mother had to literally reprogram me and my brother to be normal, to be loving, to be caring, to be human. Because the person that I was when I came back was a monster. I was manipulative and hateful and spiteful, and I didn't care. 4 days after my 17th birthday, I tried to commit suicide. I gave myself a concussion and tried to overdose on sleeping pills. And when I woke up in the morning, I cried. Because I didn't want to be here anymore. Because I was tired of everything. So, my mother had found out what I did and took me to my therapist that day, or later on that day, and I had gotten sent off to a mental asylum to better myself and to be fixed. I stayed there for a week and came back a new person. I was happy. I was thankful. And I was dosed up on so many meds I couldn't keep count. I met so many wonderful people in there like me who went through things that I did, and I still talk to them even though it's almost 4 years later. Well, almost 3 years later, sorry. Um then July 10th of 2017, my life took a turn for the worst. I was sexually assaulted by someone that I thought I could trust. I went swimming with one of my best friends and one of the friends we had in common. And this friend that we have in common, who I will not name, had started flirting with me a few days before this, and I was like, oh, because he was a popular guy and he played football, and I was like, well, no one from that scale in high school pays any attention to me, because yeah, everyone knew me, but it was because I was the nerdy choir girl, I was the band geek, I was the smart one, you know, hanging out with the stoners and the nerds and the library workers and the librarians. I'd rather hang out with the teachers than students. I was that girl. So of course I responded. And one day they was like, hey, you want to go swimming? And of course I did, because not only was he going, but my best friend was going. He was in ROTC with me. He went through a lot of things with me. And we went out to a, lake, or a pond, really, but we call it a lake. And our friend pulled me into the water and started touching me. And when I tried to get away, because I felt uncomfortable, he had started hurting me. And that's when he finally started taking my bikini bottoms off and all of that. And that's when my best friend yelled out from the bank, once you're done with the bitch, I'm next. And finally, after it was over, I'd texted my girl best friend, one of the only girls that, I was friends with, because I'm not friends with girls. I don't get along with them. I'm friends with guys. Because, me and guys get along well. Guys start less drama. And they make fun of you less. Especially, if you grew up together. That's who I was friends with, the people I grew up with, except for my ROTC family. So I texted her and said, can you please come get me? And her and her mom came and picked me up, and as soon as I got in the car, they seen the bruises all over my face and my neck, and they took me home to my mom. And she finally got out of me what happened in about 10 minutes, because I couldn't even talk. We went to the hospital, and they transferred me to the hospital in the state capital, which is Little Rock. And they did a rape kit, and they filed a police report, And I have the piece of paper saying that my statement was found to be true. The physical evidence was there and it's true. They did DNA tests. It came back positive. And they never did anything. The guy who sexually assaulted me started making fun of me in high school. It was my senior year. We were going to be graduating. And if I would have kept going and kept pushing, I would have been, top 20 in my class. But I gave up because I was tired of all of it. So I'd moved past it. And I met someone. I didn't meet someone. I met someone again. We were best friends for 8 years. He was always there for me, loved me, cared for me. And I loved him, and I cared for him, and I still do. He's honestly the love of my life. And I know I'm young for saying that, and everyone's gonna call me, oh, you're young, you'll find someone else. You don't find someone else that makes you feel like this. We have had an on and off relationship for the past year now. And it's been hard and brutal. And I think the last video I posted was about this time last year, and it had him in it. My fingers were stained. He's got a 4-month-old, little girl whose mother has given up on her. And we have a lot of stuff going on right now. And the only way we can take custody of her is to wait till he's 18. And he ended our relationship because she got taken away. And it sucks. Because I've had 4 miscarriages in the past year that were all his. Because of stress, because I got in a car accident, and stress. The last time I was pregnant, I was 3 months along. And I had already gone to my first doctor appointment for the baby. I had already told my mom. I had taken pregnancy tests, pictures, all of it. I told all of my family. And I also told them that he wasn't going to be a part of the kid's life. Because if he kept running out on me, what was going to happen if I gave birth to this child? I didn't want the baby to go through what I've gone through. I didn't want my kid to come up to me one day and ask, Mom, why isn't Dad around? Why does Dad keep leaving? started feeling really bad pain one day. And then I received a call from my doctor and said, hey, I'm gonna make an appointment with you soon. Your blood test came back and there's some things I'm concerned about. I was like, okay. And we set a date. I think it was like 2 days later or something like that. The next morning, I woke up and I was bleeding. And I rushed to the hospital, and they said that I was in, a state of there is no way we could even try to save the baby. So they did a D&C on me, and that was it. I went home, and I didn't even cry. Because I felt like I had to be strong enough for my kid, even though it wasn't here anymore, to get past it. And I already had so many other things going on in my life, I couldn't deal with one more. This is the first time I've actually got to sit down my ex-fiance had found out that I was pregnant or had miscarried. And he didn't say anything at first. I went over and hung out with him because we were still best friends no matter what. And now it's a waiting game to see what goes on from now. But it's also the fact that right now I am living back at my mom's in a very high stress situation because her and my stepdad argue a lot. There's been talk of divorce, there's been talks of leaving and just everything. My oldest brother actually lives with us with his wife and kids. And don't get me wrong, I love my family, but it's got to the point where I can't stand to be around anyone right now. I've been just locking myself up in my room, just waiting to see if I get a call or a text from him saying come home. But I know it's not gonna happen because I hate to say it, but I really don't think he cares. I hate feeling like that because I want to say I know he does, because after so many years he's done so many things to prove it. But I don't know. But that's the reason I haven't been posting or even attempting to make videos. It's because I guess I gave up on myself for a while. But I'm trying to get back into just being the old happy me. And hopefully, with a little bit more time, I'll get back to that. And I hope you guys just don't give up on me and keep watching. Just do what you can to give support in, this really difficult, hard time for me right now. But as always, peace out. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later.